I gotta wait? How long I gotta wait for a press record?
Go.
Welcome to the chair, where Miss Dream always has a story.
It's Dream, and we got a season 2. Your Black Bostonian here, a product of a single mother who I work to make proud every single day. I'm a 3-degree holder, your veteran educator, your tech entrepreneur, and founder of the Chair platform. My platform is dedicated to supporting Black and Brown people on their hair journey by creating hair boards, connecting to hairstylists, and sharing haircare tips for a more joyous experience. My podcast is about sharing hair stories, educator stories, entrepreneurship stories, and stories surrounding identity with goals to leave you laughing, learning, and advocating. So come in and listen to the stories in the chair.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Josh McLellan. Josh, can you please introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name's Josh McLellan. I've known Dream. Wow, we've known each other for a long time now. I actually don't know how many years. And I live in Boston. I work as a software developer. And yeah, is that a good introduction?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
whoops.
that's fine. Josh and I met many years ago at camp, but as you camp, when I talk about it, it's just on the girls' side, on the women's side. So Josh was on the boys' side, and I worked with his sister. But there were always moments where the staff would come together for orientation. And so we just got to know each other. We would chat here and there. And then we got reconnected a few years back when I started building the chair and I needed some help by figuring out how to do things with engineering and software development and computer science, since that's not my background. And I reached out to you, I think on LinkedIn or Facebook, one of those. And you were like, yeah, I'll talk to you. From then on, Josh has just been such a beautiful sounding board and helping me understand how to think about tech, how to think about software, and how to think about the future for the chair. And it's been great because I've been able to use some of what we talk about in our conversations when I'm talking about my vision or learning new language or Googling things or spending many, many hours on YouTube University. I really appreciate our friendship and our reconnection. Truly, truly, truly.
Yeah, it's been great, and it's truly been a pleasure to help where I can. I'm big into supporting friends and people I know, and I want people I know to succeed. And so it's very fun to be able to offer sort of my input and help reframe some of the stuff, right? Because I don't think that I added all that much that was new to the chair or really anything new to the chair, but like just being able to help you find the words that would be like, okay, if somebody asked me to build this, like, would I know what they were talking about? And sort of iterate on that was a lot of fun, and getting to watch it become a real tangible thing has been super cool.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited that it's in baby prototype world, and the fact that I am learning all this language now because it's just going to keep growing and growing, and it's going to get bigger and better. And when I get that funding, I can actually pay you to be like, hey, can you tinker with this, please? And help me understand this, please? And so
Yeah,
I'm excited for that future.
same. Super excited.
So did you always know that you wanted to be a software developer?
No, not even the slightest. In all honesty, I sort of tripped into it, and then after sort of falling face first into the field, that's when I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I think I'm going to start, like, I think I want to be here. Like, I think I want to be good at this. Yeah, I graduated school with like academic merits. I had what I graduated with. I got 2 degrees in a minor. So it was applied mathematics, natural and environmental resource economics, and a minor in philosophy. And I remember this like really strange sensation like senior year where I'm going to these job fairs and I know that I know things. I know that I can do things, but I don't know of anything I could do for money. And meanwhile, there are friends who are like in accounting, and there's something like really weird about the fact where I was like, I bet I could do accounting stuff. I definitely know the math. I was like, but I can't get an accounting job, and similar things for like engineering. And yeah, I sort of met this small software company that was willing to hire me as a quality assurance. So just kind of testing things and seeing what was wrong and proving that things were either right or wrong. And they were like, you'd be a great fit. And I was like, great. And when I was there, I was just kind of slowly realizing I kind of want to be upstream. I kind of want to like make the things. I kind of want to fix the things. I kind of want to like do this whole coding thing more seriously. And so, yeah, I think a year after I graduated, I sat down with my boss with the full expectation that he was going to say, no, you're not ready. Here's what you need to do to get ready. Like that was actually what I wanted out of the conversation.
Mm.
And I sat him down. I was like, hey, like this job opened up. I want it. And if I can't have it right now, I want you to tell me what to do to get it the next time it comes up. And he looks at me. He's just like, it's yours. And man, that is like the most unsuccessful success of all time. I was so scared. I was like, wait, what? It's like, what do you mean I have the job? Like, you can't have the job. There's no way I know enough. and yeah, he gave me the job. It was rough at the beginning. I found that I really liked the field. I think software engineering, like the view I take of it is you're like building with ideas. And I think as a lifelong learner, a lover of just picking up new knowledge, like this sort of vibe with exactly what I wanted to be doing with myself. And but coming into it with very little background and then being put on projects where we're billing the government, I was like in a panic all the time because I was trying to figure out how to do the things I needed to do. But then I was also trying to make up for like 4 years of studying the stuff that I didn't have behind me. And yeah, it's kind of fun looking back now, but I probably read more textbooks after college than I did in college, just trying to furiously catch up with everything.
Where we share stories in the chair.
Look, it's my commercial. We will be right back.
It's more than just a bad hair day. It's a journey. Finding the right hairstyle isn't easy, nor is finding the right stylist or the right products. Looking in every corner of the web gets messy, overwhelming, and exhausting. All the ads, the articles, the products, the videos, it shouldn't be this hard, but it is. And now, it isn't. The Chair. A black and brown centered platform where you can design hair boards, connect to hairstylists, and share hair care tips for a new joyful path on your hair journey. Avoid the clutter, save yourself hours, months, and even years of research and poor trial and error. Everything you need and only what you need is in one place. Hair boards made by people like you, for you. Find the right products, the right people, the right answers for you, stress-free. Join the Chair community and make every day a great hair day. When you share your pain, you allow others to help you. And when you share your success, you help others get theirs. Lean on the Chair. We got you. No stress, no strife. In the chair, the chair, the chair. All right.
What would you say the bridge was for you? Because when people are talking about, well, if you get a degree in philosophy or anthropology, math, that's not going to show you what the job is. It took me a while to figure out. I majored in anthropology and sociology and American studies, but I didn't directly understand it until after college that research is an obvious bridge, until I started doing all these different projects. And I was like, oh, I know what this is. I have this skill set, but I didn't know the name for it. So when you major in mathematics and economics and then become the software developer, was the bridge
Yeah, I mean,
coding? Yeah.
well, yeah. So actually, I really didn't do much coding at all in school. It really was sort of clawing at it. Like while I was doing QA there, I started teaching myself, and I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool. I want to do more things. I want to do like more and more." At it is interesting, right? Because I found this where like sometimes when I have to give people advice, I start to realize that I'm like, I only did this once, and I don't know if I did it the most efficient way, right? Like I don't know. I know that like for me, in theory, like a bridge was the applied problem solving. I did applied math, and then the economics or the environmental economics is like applied statistics at its like very basic core. And so you have sort of this like applied knowledge to solve new and tricky problems that underlied it. But I got the job because I was a math geek, and they were like, "Oh, we're doing a lot of math stuff that you could help us with." And that was the bridge for me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have a great answer though, if I'm being honest.
No, that's okay. I don't think you need a great answer, but I think it's just helpful for me majoring in anthropology, sociology, and American studies, which is a mixture of philosophy, politics, English, art history, and then I end up
Yeah,
getting a master's in education.
right.
People were like, "Well, why are you going into education without having a background in education?" And for me, I was like, "Well, these majors helped me understand that education was where I wanted to go, and I needed to see the world from all of those different perspectives to then come to this point." But then when I got there, I was like, my anthropology degree is making me make sure I think about the culture of my students. My sociology classes make me think about the structure of my classroom and how it affects how students move throughout the classroom and how they think while they're there. And then my American Studies degree allowed me to really think about what books, how I was talking to my kids, why I was talking to them a certain way. Like I can think about this now really logically, but
Yeah,
at the time I was like, I see this problem. Racism is a
right.
problem. Racism is a problem, and I need to unpack that. And the way that it made sense was through this lens at the time. But like
Yeah.
when someone's going through it, they may not have all the language.
Yeah, but I think it's hard. It's hard to like give other people advice on like how to leverage their background sometimes. Like what am I trying to say here? Like I feel now I've got like a decade of experience. I feel very comfortable as a software engineer, but I still to this day like I have sort of a funky style and compared to like some of my coworkers, and that is very much in part because like when I learned programming, I learned it from a different direction from like most people. And so like I actually learned it from this math offshoot of programming that is generally considered a little weird, and it's more mainstream now, but it's just different. And so like when I tackle problems, I have sort of this mathy approach that most people don't go to first. And but like that is sort of an asset, and I think it's an asset, and I try to recognize where it comes from and try to recognize where it's going to be useful. Yeah, I'm not sure.
No, I like that thought. Do you consider yourself an educator now in your field when it comes to having people who are working with you who are younger than you? Do you have a decade of worth of experience now?
Yeah, yeah. So I like it's funny before you added that last piece, like for people who are younger, in my mind, I'm like, definitely not. I was like, I would not call myself an educator.
Mm.
And part of that is because a big part of, I think, this field is that there's always so much. Like, I feel comfortable saying I'm a software developer now. And like years ago, I felt less confident. But even now, there's like a half dozen things I'm like, oh, I really need to learn that for like the next job or the next problem that comes up. Like there's always stuff that I don't know, and it seems to eclipse what I do know. But certainly when I'm dealing with people who are younger, I think I'm very happy to help educate them when I can. See, even now, I still have trouble being like, I'm an educator. Like, I just don't feel like I've done anything to earn that role or that title. Like, I guess in my mind, it's like an accolade. I don't know. Maybe I like teachers a lot. But I think like education is really important, right? I think when I'm working with younger people, or if I'm at a smaller company where sort of like I have more seniority in comparison, I think teaching is both a way to invest in people, right? Like if I can teach somebody how to fish, do they have to come back to me for this help on this problem next time? It's like no. And so maybe I can finish this in 15 minutes, but let me spend the 45 or the hour to make sure that this person like really understands not just like how to solve this problem, but like what the tools are or what the main concepts that like got them into this rut was. And at the same time, selfishly, I think it's like important for me because once I start trying to teach somebody something, that's when I find the like I'm like, hey, I have this mental model, and I just realized that a third of it was drawn in crayon because I actually never needed those details. So I never went into it in depth, right? But like teaching reveals to me, I'm like, oh, I actually don't have the words to speak to that sort of clearly and explicitly in the way that like I want to feel comfortable teaching it to you. So actually, let me come back to this tomorrow because I want to go brush up on this, or I guess not even brush up. I want to go like learn this piece in a little more depth. And to me, that's always been like a really valuable part of being sort of, I guess, the teacher in that situation.
The chair.
Oh, and if you're interested to learn more about my experiences as a Black woman and educator in Guangzhou, China, I wrote my first ebook titled Nowhere and Everywhere, Captured Emotions of a Beautifully Broken Love Story. It is on lulu.com. Take a read and see some beautiful photography of mine. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The chair.
How do you think about leveraging your background since it's different when it comes to thinking about the younger people who you're spending that extra 45 minutes to an hour to help them really understand the systems of their thinking? How do you pour into them to say, hey, you have a ton of skills, but you just need to think about how the learner that you are, the skills that you have, maybe they are coming from an economics background, or maybe they are coming from a coding background, but they're looking at you for support.
Yeah, I mean, I think I try to meet people where they are first and foremost, and I think I try to like keep the higher goal in mind, right? Like, what is the thing that makes us all better off? And sometimes that even means saying, like, I've talked to people, I've been like, hey, listen, like, I find this thing really interesting. It's pretty niche. I can speak to it for 45 minutes. Are you interested? Because realistically, you can go your entire life and never know this, right? But yeah, I think like at a high level, and especially from working at smaller companies where usually the sort of defining roles are you have less people and you're all wearing more hats and you're all sort of trying to make money, right? Like you work at a small enough company and everyone knows that if you make this next sale, you're good. And if you don't, we all have problems. I think trying to invest to get everyone to be capable in the spaces they need to be capable in is really important. And so I have a lot of like general wide knowledge. And so I think what will happen often is that I can help augment what people know and sort of help fill in edges and spots that they're maybe not aware of that they're tripping up on. And so to me that's really important.
Earlier, you brought up drawing things in crayon, the frameworks.
Yeah.
And so that's what I imagine. So you're saying, hey, I am the crayon box. I can draw. I have all these colors. And when I meet somebody new, I realize that they're coloring in red. I can color a little bit in red, but I can also teach you how to use the blue. And because we are working together on these projects and there's not many of us, you eventually need to learn how to use the blue. So let me help you. I can talk to you for 45 minutes to begin to put this color in your crayon box too.
Yeah. I think that's very accurate, right? I think a lot of these problems, it can be very useful to have these sort of mental models of how it works, and you sort of add detail as you need to. And when people have a problem, it's either they like are unfamiliar with the whole thing, or they're missing sort of a level of detail that can be really, really useful in solving the problem. And just trying to work with them to build that out, I think, is really, really important.
Well, thank you, Josh, so much for sitting in the chair and sharing your stories. I truly, truly appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you so much for having me.
Welcome to the chair, where Miss Dream always has a story.
Thank you for listening to an episode of The Chair. I'm going to share with you a dream of mine. I would love to be on Sesame Street. Sesame Street held my hand through childhood. In my dream, I would be in my big afro or rainbow braids sitting on the stoop sharing hair stories. I would like your help, please, by doing all the things like leave a review, share it with someone who would benefit from hearing this episode. And if you know someone who knows someone who knows someone at Sesame Street, share your favorite episode with them, and I'll make you some of my famous chocolatey hot chocolate. I hope you have a beautiful day, or if you are like me, still up in the middle of the night, I hope you take a deep breath and rest. Love you. Talk to you later.
The chair.
Hello. Please leave a message after the tone.
Dream, hello. I just wanted to tell you you're wonderful. I just got through going through your podcast. Love you, love you, love you, love you. Keep it up. Maybe I need to send it to Oprah and Tyler Perry. Love you, baby. You are great.
Where we share